Hello everyone and welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you are new here, please leave a like, comment down below and subscribe. And yeah, let's get on with the video. So today's video is just going to be a pretty short one. I'm just showing you me working on an assignment. Now I have one assignment due at the beginning of my first semester of my second year. It's just a summer assignment, but I finished back in very end of April, so come early May I was done, and I don't start back until the beginning of October, so I've had a lot of time to work on this. I decided that instead of getting it done straight away, which is what I know some people on my course have did, I decided I would wait and give myself, I decided I would wait until I'd be back in Preston, and yeah, so I had access to the library if I wanted to, although I ended up not using the library. I've not really left the house, which has been fun, because basically I've been on my own in the student house. Both Evie and Yana are on holiday, as I don't know if I've mentioned it yet. I think I may have mentioned it in the last video, but yeah, so I'm when you are watching this, I shouldn't be alone anymore, or I will be in the last couple of days of being alone. But basically, I've not left the house, which isn't good, apart from to go to work, which was good that I left the house, even if it was just to go to work. But yeah, so as I am editing this, sorry, my voice is a bit weird today, I started my first day. I've had my first day at my new job, and I say that slightly quoted because I'm still working for the same company. I've just transferred stores, so yeah. I think you can see here, I have this weird little thing where I always used to do it before I had my septum pierce. I used to just quirk my lip up, but now I think ever since having the septum, it's much more noticeable. But yeah, so basically all I am doing here, I'm trying to remember, I think I was taking notes on sources. So basically my summer assignment was to do a source analysis. It's meant to be 1,000 words, and it's for my core module, so the module that I do, I have to do both first semester and second semester. This is basically the way my university works is that you have these kind of strands that you can go through, similar subject area, just obviously later on in the timeline kind of. So for example, I did an America module last academic year, which was from basically the late 1700s, which was when, just around where we touched on America becoming a colony, and then we soon after talked about the Revolutionary War. I think that's what it was called, Revolution. Yeah, the American Revolution, where basically the independence, the War of Independence, and then this year and that went up until the 1960s, very early 1960s. So we very briefly touched upon the Cold War and all that. And now in my second year, now I am doing a module based on the superpowers, which is talking about the US, the UK, and Russia during the Cold War period, which is going to be fun because I love the Cold War. I find it really interesting as a subject because a lot of my family, pretty much all my family who aren't most of my family did live through the Cold War, so it's very interesting to talk to them about it and be oh, you lived through this. But yeah, so basically the whole point of that conversation I was just having was to say that this module is basically so my first year it was called Understanding History, so that was basically like learning how to write assignments, source analysis, yada yada yada. This year it's called Sources and Methods, and this is basically this module, the equivalent of this module, compulsory module that I have this year, the equivalent of it next year will be my dissertation module. So obviously, yeah, so this is basically, I think, is to help with it's called Sources and Methods, so it's probably just going to be about analysing sources and learning how to effectively use them more in depth, which will obviously be useful for dissertation, which is scary to think that I'm not wishing time away, by the way, but it's scary to think that next year I start my third year, and like time is going by so quickly. It's so weird to think that I've been at uni for almost come September it will be a year since I started uni. But yeah, anyway, here I'm just writing notes some more. I had to find a source, and then I've had to do a minimum of 3 secondary sources, 2 of which have to be journal articles, and it's basically to help analyse the source basically. So I chose to do 4. 2 of them are journal articles, and then 2 of them are books, and I haven't got the physical books with me. I'm drinking some tea. I think it was tea I was drinking here. And it wasn't British tea, it was a nice it's like the vitamin C immunity tea that Aldi do. And it's really nice if you make it right. And this was the first time I'd successfully made a tea right. Evie, my housemate, really likes herbal teas. She doesn't like British tea, which is fair enough. Some people just don't like it. So we have a whole cupboard of herbal teas. So, and she's gotten really good at making them and actually making them taste nice, because you know how sometimes it just tastes really watered down. But with Evie, they never do. But yeah, so we're coming to the end of this video. I barely remember what I've spoken about. I feel like this will be fun to look back on. But yeah, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, comment down below and subscribe, and I will see you all next week for another video. Bye!